What's up, gamers? I'm here today to unbox the EasySMX M15, and if you're thinking, hey, didn't we just get one of those? We did! It was this one right here, except this one has a wired USB-C connection, and this new one is Bluetooth, which means it's compatible with even more devices. I can't wait to check it out, so let's get into it. Alright, so here we have the box, and I am happy that they finally got rid of the Google Stadia logo that they used to have on the bottom of all their boxes. I'm not sure why they kept that for so long, but that's the first thing I noticed when I got this in the mail, was that Google Stadia was finally gone. So good job, EasySMX. But as you can see here, this does work with Game Pass, Steam, GeForce Now, Luna. This will also work with any native games that you have on your phone that have native controller support. You shouldn't have any issues with this. This is also compatible with iPhone, Android, and Switch. So if you're looking for something that could also be used for Switch, this will do that because it's Bluetooth and not a USB-C connection. We're just going to get right into it here. And man, there it is. I tell you what, that is a really nice looking black. Underneath there we had a user manual and a USB-C cable, USB-A to USB-C, for charging this controller. Of course, since it is Bluetooth, you will need to charge this. I don't know how to describe this black. It just looks really sharp. It has this nice textured grip under here. Two programmable back buttons that honestly aren't too loud. We have full-size sticks. The face buttons and the D-pad do have micro switches underneath, and I'm not a huge fan of micro switches, but they do have a nice tactile click to them, but they're not overly loud. Usually these things are too loud and they drive me crazy. This isn't too bad. These are also Hall sticks, by the way, and it has Hall triggers that can be also used as quick triggers. And here you'll have a little cheat sheet that'll tell you which mode you're in depending on what color the LED indicator is here. Oh hey, according to the manual, you can also use a USB-C data cable and use this as a wired controller on your computer or on your mobile phone, and I bet that means this would work with an iPad wired, which would be pretty cool. Alright, so the cheat sheet under here does tell you how to get into each mode. You have an HID mode, an Xbox mode, so X input, a PS mode, and a Switch mode. Alright, I'm going to slide my phone in here, and we're going to try to connect as an Xbox wireless controller and see how that goes. So to do that, you hold function and then hold down X for 2 seconds, and then it switches into Xbox mode. I'm going to test out the D-pad here for a second. Now, I forgot to mention that EasySMX did send this over for me to review, but no money exchanged hands. They're not seeing this beforehand, and all of my thoughts are my own. So the nice thing about the Bluetooth version is that I don't have to take my case off. With the USB-C version, the port just didn't quite fit with my case on my phone. Everything seems to be mapped correctly. So you see in the Xbox mode, even if you hit the home button, it takes you home. That function works great. Pause works the way it should. Everything's just mapped exactly where it should be, straight out of the box. I do want to try something native and see how responsive it is. Of course, Cruising USA is maybe not the best test. But yeah, I thought when I was playing Ninja Gaiden a second ago, I feel like there's just a little bit of input lag, but I think that was just the combination of streaming the game from Game Pass and using Bluetooth. I could just barely tell, but there was a little bit of lag there, I think. This, on the other hand, there's no noticeable lag here that I can tell. It feels very responsive. Of course, you can play Call of Duty Mobile. You just need to go to Settings, Controller, make sure you enable controller support, and then you should see connected. At least if you're on an iPhone, you will see connected there. Android, I think, still might not have support for Call of Duty on mobile. I don't know why they don't have that figured out, but just so you know, this controller can be used to play Call of Duty mobile on iPhone, except it won't work in the menu. So you actually have to tap to start a match, and then once you've done that, your controller should work just fine. Now, since this is running on Bluetooth, of course it does not have pass-through charging. It also does not have a 3.5mm headphone jack, but of course you can always take your phone or your device out, set it here, and charge it on your desk. It doesn't have to stay connected to this physically because it is, again, a wireless controller. Another thing I really like about this device is you don't have to download another app for this to be functional. You don't have to log into to anything for this to work. It just works. It just works right out of the box, and you don't need to make an account or do anything extra in order to begin playing your games. You just connect this to your phone, to your device, and as you've seen, you can play over the cloud, you can play emulation, you can play games that are native to your phone. All of that stuff works. As long as there's controller support for the thing you're trying to play, you can use this controller for it. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to say here that I didn't already say in this review of the original M15. They're very similar controllers, the same size, the same shape, the same exact design. The only difference is that this runs off of Bluetooth, whereas this has that wired connection. And both of them are great controllers. I've been using this one for a few months now, and it sits next to my couch, and I pick it up and I usually play PlayStation Remote Play with it, and it works fantastic. But that's been a quick look at the M15 from EasySMX, a very nice, very well built controller, an updated Bluetooth version of the original M15, and I will have affiliate links for both in the description below. But thanks for watching. Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with a friend, and even becoming a channel member. All of that stuff helps out a ton. Stay kind and encouraging out there, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip.